Hello folks and welcome to today's vlog. Today's vlog is going to be an example of compromise, of working together as a team, of everybody getting what they want, albeit in a ridiculous manner. I made the suggestion yesterday that as Andy's at his Respite Care this weekend, we like to go to the cinema when Andy's at Respite. It might be nice for us to come and see the hot new movie that's out this weekend, Black Panther. What everyone else heard was, let's go to the cinema and see whatever we feel like. So through a very complicated planning system that involved a spreadsheet and a Word document and going on the website on 3 different browser windows, we've planned it so that, what time is it now? We've planned it so that in 15 minutes time, Anna enters the cinema to see The Shape of Water that none of the rest of us want to see. 20 minutes after, I enter the cinema to see Black Panther because I'm a normal human being. And then 10 minutes after me, Lucy and Amy enter the cinema to see the new Maze Runner movie. They all finish at roughly the same time. Anna's going to be out there maybe 10-15 minutes before the rest of us, but me and the girls should all finish at roughly the same time. About 4:30, I think, 4:30-ish. The world's gone mad. This is the way we have a weekend together, and we go out together on a Saturday afternoon. We're all going to be in the same building, we're just not going to be in the same room. It's going to be just like being at home. Of course, what it means for you lot is you get 3 different movie reviews coming up later on in this video. Clarify, that stuff's not for me, that's her stuff. I'm having healthy snacks that I brought with me. But we're both out. Now we're just waiting for the girls. In theory, they were supposed to be finished at roughly the same time as me. They did go in 10 minutes after me, but I think theirs was a slightly shorter film. So I'm assuming they're going to come and join us.
35 minutes now.
35 minutes. Should have come to see Black Panther.
Why?
Because it was awesome!
No.
That's right. Hopefully they'll hurry up, then we can go and get some food. Again, healthy food. Was it good then?
Yeah.
Why are you wiping your eyes?
It was so
Have you been peeling onions in there?
No.
It was sad. Spoilers. Potentially sad. Is that your official spoiler-free review? It was sad. I see. Well, Black Panther was awesome, and let's get a comprehensive review of whatever you saw.
I saw a mystical film.
Was it good?
Yeah.
There you go. 3 movie reviews in what, 20 seconds? Next stop, Nandos, which I'm reliably informed if I have chicken, rice, peas, that's healthy and acceptable. So no chips or garlic bread for me today. There you go, that's as healthy as I'm gonna get. That'll do.
Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on.
You can't see me grinning, but I'm grinning because the bells. Someone's got to. We were only planning on filming the cathedral from behind. Now I don't know where the car is. Don't panic, found it. Pretty sure it's in here somewhere. We can go home. Every time I turn this camera on in this room, Dave's just pacing around, desperate to get on camera. As soon as I turn it off again, he'll just sit down. But I think it's because I'm talking, and he thinks I'm talking to him because I'm not talking to her. But he's just pacing around. Dave, come and sit down. Come on, everyone wants to see you. They miss you when you're not on. Come, show your face. Look in there. Look in there, you just... he always wants to do the opposite of what I'm asking him to do. Come and sit down. It's no good. I've had to put him in the other room. Hopefully he won't just start barking. He just, whenever I'm talking to the camera, he's right there. Ah, dogs, eh? But yeah, what I wanted to talk to you about, we're going to be quite brief, but every time we do one of these videos where we talk about Andy's Respite Care, or we go and do something because he's at Respite Care like we've done today, we always get questions about what is Respite Care, why does he go to it, so I thought I'd just get all those answers in one place. We've kind of talked about bits of it before, but just give us a video to direct people to in the future when they want to know why he goes to Respite Care. So firstly, what is it? It's basically a little cottage where there's 5 or 6 kids who go at any one time. They each have their own bedroom and they go and stay there for a couple of nights, fully staffed, one-to-one staff with them at all times, and loads of stuff for them to do. There's a massive garden with stuff for them to play with. Their bedrooms are fully kitted out with the stuff that we send them with. So he's got his DS and his Vita with him. There's iPads there that he can play on. There's multiple living areas that have got TVs in and DVD players and games consoles. One of them has even got a trampoline set into the floor in front of one of the TVs, and they go and do different activities and stuff as well. He doesn't very often agree to go on the activities because he's not really an activity kind of guy, but over the last year or so he's been swimming once or twice. They've taken him to a couple of churches, he's been out for a few walks here and there, but by and large he'll go there, maybe get involved in a few of the group activities occasionally, but mainly he'll go there and just chill out and be in an environment where he's away from us for a little while. It benefits him massively because it gives him that little bit of independence where he's not completely relying on us for 2 full days, which he never gets that any other way. But also they make it so that it's the same group of kids there every time. So he's been going there for over a year now, 2 days a month, and on those 2 days each month it's the same 4 or 5 kids who are around him. So he's slowly but surely building up relationships with some of these other kids that are there as well, to the point where there's a couple of them that he'll mention. I can't remember the names that he says. Does Anna remember the names?
Connor or Callum.
There's a Connor or Callum, we're not quite sure what he's saying. We think this kid also goes to his school, so he sees him a little bit at school, but sees him a lot when he goes to his respite place. And it's good to, I mean, Andy's never really had a friend. I still don't think he has one, but he's slowly but surely moving towards maybe one day this Connor/Callum kid could become Andy's friend, and that would be really cool. So massive benefit to him, but also a massive benefit for us as an autism family, because I know for anyone who doesn't live with somebody who has autism or even some kind of other disability, the stuff that you've seen us do in the first part of today's vlog will seem pretty standard. We went out to the cinema and then went out and had some dinner. Thinking back to my childhood, yeah, fairly standard. Most kids, yeah, seems fairly standard. For us, that's not something we could do as a family of 5. We've been to the cinema as a 5 twice, I think, in the entire time that we've lived together, and every time it was for a specialist autism screening. So it would be limited to a certain day of a certain month, and it would be a certain film. The film would be picked for us, and then they have the lights on, the sound down a little bit lower, and they don't mind if the kids run around and don't really pay attention to the film, which is cool. But even that is a stressful experience for Andy. We couldn't take him there and then take him out for dinner and expect him to enjoy that. Likewise, we've taken him out for dinner a few times. You saw him when we went to Nottingham last weekend. He'll sit there, not engaged in the process at all, doing his own thing. It's not an enjoyable experience for him, and because of that, we're always a little bit on edge, because we don't know at what point he's just going to be fed up with it. We don't like the fact that he's sat there not having a good time, and it's difficult to do that family time thing when one member of the family really doesn't want to do it. So once a month we get to go and do something, and the way the weekends that the girls are with us tend to fall is that usually it's a fairly even split between weekends where they're going to be with us, where we can do stuff like we've done today, where we can go out, take them out somewhere, spend a little bit of time with them, which we never really get to do. And then the other half of the time it'll be just me and Anna, and that's usually when we'll go and have a weekend away somewhere or go and do something. And again, that's something we've never really been able to do. You can probably count on one hand the number of dates that we've ever been on. So it's nice for us to have a little bit of time where we can just be normal people. It's not possible for us to just get a babysitter and go out for dinner, or get a babysitter and go to the movies. It's just not how it works when you're in an autism family, especially because the only people we would trust to leave Andy with are Anna's mum and brothers, and they're all 50 miles away over in Nottingham and don't drive. So when we go away to conventions and things, it's a case of getting them to us so that they can then look after him when we want to go and do those things. So massive benefits for Andy, massive benefits for us, and it's just a chance for everybody to just chill out, reset, recharge, and attack life again tomorrow afternoon with renewed energy. Andy goes back to school on Monday. He'll have had a chilled out weekend. He'll be feeling positive, he'll be feeling happy. We've had a nice chilled out weekend where there's not been much on today's vlog, but that's because we've not done much today. We literally got ourselves together around about lunchtime, went out to the cinema, went out for dinner, we've come back, the girls are now lying on their beds listening to music or watching YouTube, and I'm sat here preventing Anna from putting the telly on, which presumably is what she wants to do. So we're just chilling out, and we don't have to have any worries about whether or not we're going to be able to flush the toilet when we go up there. We're not going to have any worries about, hang on, Andy's not in the room, it's not his bedtime yet, is he asleep? If he is asleep, what time's he going to get up? Is he going to get enough sleep for school? Are we going to get enough sleep? You're going to be waking us in the middle of the night? Is he ill again? And it just takes all of that pressure off, just for 2 days a month, and it keeps all 5 of us sane, and it's awesome. So I'm glad it exists. So hopefully that explains what Respite Care is and why it benefits all of us, why we all need it, and why we hope it continues long into the future. It's something we've only had for the last year. The first 4 years me and Anna lived together, Respite Care was not a thing we had access to. The only time we had was when we went away to those conventions, which is kind of why we started doing that, because it was our time to go away and be a couple. We don't go on holidays, we don't get to go out on dates, and Respite Care is incredibly difficult to get access to. You have to have a social worker, which we didn't have for a long time, and even then the social worker has to put together a case for why it's required, and then that case gets renewed and reviewed every 6 months or so. So at any point in one of these 6-month review cycles they could say, actually, you know what, we don't think you need this now, we think you're coping quite well, Andy's coping quite well, we're going to take you out of respite for this 6-month cycle, and then we'll look at it again later down the line. Or if we get signed off by social services completely, they might just say, yeah, this goes with it, you don't have this anymore. So we're certainly going to make the most of it while we've got it. We didn't have it before, and looking into the future, Andy's not going to be under the care of social services as a kid for loads more years. You know, he's turns 18 in 4 years time, 4.5 years time. So we're only going to get access to this at most for another 4 years or so. So we'll make the most of it while we've got it. And hopefully that answers every question there could possibly be about Respite Care. And we can't film in there, I've asked before. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. Thank you very much for watching.